Hi guys, my name is Ken Doyle, and thank you for joining Warriors at Home. We're going to be talking about veteran suicide today. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Ken Doyle, and I spent 5 years in the U.S. Army as an explosive ordnance disposal technician. The last 2 years of that 5 years was spent at Walter Reed Naval Hospital, where I recovered from an explosion that took my right arm, left me with a TBI, and many more injuries that I'm not going to cover right now. I started Warriors at Home because I have lost friends to suicide through military friends. My friends in the military have lost their friends to suicide as well, and it's an issue that really needs to be stopped. That's why I started Warriors at Home. And we offer 2 programs here at Warriors at Home to help our mission of preventing and eliminating veteran suicide. The first way we do that is we provide monthly meetings like the one that we're having today. At these monthly meetings, they're open to veterans and everybody else in the community who would like information on issues facing veterans today and ways to help them. We also provide monthly recreational events for the veterans and their families. These events can be something as small as going to the movies, having dinner, going bowling, to something very fun like skydiving, go-kart racing, NASCAR riding. The current statistic that is given to us today is that 22 military veterans take their lives every day. This statistic is very misunderstood because it's a statistic only drawn from 21 states in the United States. And there's a big portion of the states that are not included in that statistic. There is a much larger study that's currently being done that will include all 50 states. But for now, the 22 veterans per day is the current statistic that we have. So there are 22 military veterans who take their lives every day. But why? One study of veterans and soldiers that have already tried to commit suicide stated their number one reason was that they had a desire to end an intense emotional distress, which can come in the form of many different issues, like PTSD, struggling with a TBI, extreme depression or anxiety. There's also a desire, wasn't solely to harm themselves, but their desire in attempting suicide was to end their suffering and not seeing an alternative to end that suffering. The information I'm going to give you now comes from veteranscrisisline.net. Many veterans may not show any signs of intent to harm themselves before doing so, but some actions can be a sign that the veteran needs help. Veterans in crisis may show behaviors that indicate a risk of harming themselves. Veterans who are considering suicide often show signs of depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, or hopelessness. These signs can be shown in a number of different ways, such as appearing sad or depressed most of the time, clinical depression, which is a deep sadness, loss of interest, trouble sleeping and eating that doesn't go away or continues to get worse, feeling anxious, agitated, or unable to sleep, neglecting personal welfare and deteriorating personal appearance, withdrawing from friends, family, and society, or sleeping all the time, losing interest in hobbies, work, school, or other things one used to care about, frequent and dramatic mood changes, expressing feelings or excessive guilt or shame, feelings of failure or decreased performance, feeling that life is not worth living, having no sense of purpose in life. Talk about feeling trapped, like there's no way out of a situation. Having feelings of depression and saying that there's no solution to their problems. Their behavior may be dramatically different from their normal behavior. So sometimes it's easier to see than others. Other times the veteran may mask all these signs and symptoms and seem normal outwardly, but inside they're experiencing extreme emotional distress. They may appear to be actively contemplating or preparing for a suicidal act through behaviors such as performing poorly at work or school, acting recklessly or engaging in risky activities, seemingly without thinking, showing violent behaviors such as punching holes in walls, getting into fights or self-destructive violence, feeling rage or uncontrolled anger or seeking revenge, looking as though one has a death wish, tempting fate by taking risks that could lead to death, such as driving fast or running red lights, giving away prized possessions, putting affairs in order, tying up loose ends, or making out a will, seeking access to firearms, pills, or other means of harming oneself. If you notice these signs in your veteran, please seek help for that veteran. The number one way to help that veteran is if you notice a situation that requires immediate intervention, call 911. They are the fastest, quickest way to get that veteran the help that they need. A lot of people sometimes think that 911 is just for arresting people or calling the police out there. But if you call 911 and tell them that you have a veteran who's in extreme need of emotional care, and they will send out an ambulance with the police car most of the time and escort you to the hospital where they will be given immediate psychiatric help by a professional. You can also call, text, or live chat the Veterans Crisis Line. The number for that is 1-800-273-8255, and then press 1. You can text the Veterans Crisis Line at 838-255. And if you log on to veteranscrisisline.net, you can also live chat with one of their operators. All texts, calls, and chats are 100% confidential, so you don't have to worry about any of that information getting out to other sources. Thank you very much.